What up? What up? Fantasy football hustler back at ya.
What's happening?
We got Bogey in the house, and we got the whole 420 crew in the house already. We're going to remind everyone, hop over to Twitch if you can and show some love over there, because there's technically no 420 crew on YouTube anymore with the custom emojis and shit like that. So everybody hop over to Twitch TV. A bunch of the emojis you can use right now, and we're trying to get the subs up over there because YouTube's hating on us. And Peacock is over there on Twitch. Antonio is already over there. Appreciate you guys. And Emil in the house.
What do you do?
Crispy in the house. What up, guys? And Emil said, wait, what happened? YouTube's hating on us. YouTube is hating on us. So yeah, there's no memberships anymore on YouTube as of right now. We are going to work on appealing, but it is what it is for now. And how about, let's just get over to some of the news, and let's start with the big overreactions of the day. And Justin Fields, the overreaction is he's going to be the QB1 and the league winner for all you crazies out there. That's the initial response after his 3-for-3 completion, 2 attempts day, and 2 touchdowns. Both are 50-plus yarders as well.
They're both screen passes. Running back screen, wide receiver screen.
So don't fall for the bait, okay? Don't fall for the bait.
It just is what it is. If you're going to have Justin Fields this year, you're going to go up and grab him. That's basically what it is. There's no falling for Justin Fields.
Yep, not at all. All right.
Yeah, it's either you're going to have him or not. And that's even if you get in range to grab him before someone else does. Because that hype be
getting crazy. It really is. All right.
We're a Russian QB at the end of the day. Everybody, I mean, you can tell me he's Lamar MVP. I'm still going to be weary on having him because he's, you know what I mean?
Get hurt. Yep. And get hurt at any time. Just like anybody else can, but the more you throw yourself to the lions, the more shit's just going to happen. It's just the way it goes. And Tank Dell, for any of you crazy fools that listen to Matthew Berry, now he went out there, oh, I told you guys should have been drafting Tank Dell. And he's probably someone who didn't even watch the game. It's not like he wasn't doing solid, but fluky on the touchdown. But people are just going to go crazy is what it is right now. So we're going to try to, what? We're going to try to.
Bacon cheeseburgers are delicious. Next time you guys have one, I told you.
So we're going to just.
You didn't know where I was going with that, huh?
Did not. We're going to pump the brakes in spots where we can and at least just remind you guys, don't fall for the certain hype, because at the end of the day, it's really all about getting value in these drafts. If you need to get players, there's certain players that you need to get, cool, but go pay up for them. It's not going to be something that we're telling you to do, because we're all about getting the peeps that value.
Isn't it crazy? 2 months ago, it's crazy that we were drafting 2 months ago.
Even more than that, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but like Calvin Ridley, he's went on a journey from being like a damn near double-digit round guy to like just always moving up as the weeks went along. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't even think he's done moving up. Like, it's because all the redraft people haven't even really started drafting yet. Like, some have, but they're doing a lot of mock drafts. But redraft season, like, officially kicks off on August 20th. And that's when we're starting all these crazy drafts in Vegas, because that's after the set of the most important preseason games. And who is this? Who's Nifheim over there? What up on Twitch? All right. And Peacock says he's no longer free. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Exactly. That is for sure.
How you doing? Is it still locked back there? I closed it. Okay, awesome. How is it looking? Are they still thriving?
And Neff said, would you trade your 4th overall pick for Waddle? It's a pick for pick trade system. So I guess I'm confused on this. So you would trade your 4th overall pick, but then like they would have to give you a trade back, like a pick back as well, in addition to Waddle. So this must be like some Yahoo shit.
Yeah, you got to give an even amount of picks if you're doing trades in Yahoo like that.
Yeah. What up, Debo? He said, "What's happening?" So we're migrating people over to Twitch because YouTube is like hating on us like right now. So I'll throw the link in the chat again. If you guys have an Amazon Prime account, you can also sub up on Twitch for free. It's included in your Amazon Prime account. Okay, and it's Marco from the future. What up, Marco?
Hey, Marco. Gunven.
How about, let's see, some other news that we got. JT and JK are back in practice, at least. Still, how about expected to return to camp for JT and JK? They said he removed off the pup and he should be back. How about Joe Burrow? Expected to play week 1. This is what we told you guys. They said a couple weeks, and they kept reiterating the same thing. It's a couple weeks from when I said a couple weeks. I said that the whole time. Here's one thing that I love. We love crazy old Pete, don't we? So Ken Walker returns to practice. Did not practice last week, and they brought back Charbonnet, and everyone was tripping, like, why the hell is Charbonnet coming back? And everyone said he had like a worse injury. And then, of course, Ken Walker's not playing in the game or anything. Charbonnet getting some of his work. Crazy old Pete, he said, get ready, because he expects Walker's workload to increase in coming weeks. That's just
told y'all. Told y'all bacon cheeseburgers are the shit.
Thanks for hopping over there, Devo. All right. And yeah, we believe crazy old Pete when he says that. And I like it.
The thing you got to worry about with crazy old Pete is that he won't be lying, but it doesn't necessarily mean that what he believes is just true. You know what I mean? Like, he might, remember Chris Carson? Oh, he's really strong. Yeah, we love him. Yeah, he's coming back. And then boom, Chris Carson retires. You know what I mean? He really believed that he would come back, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Otherwise, bro, he always say he's gonna be the guy. He's gonna get this much touches. He's gonna get extra amount of touches. He never lies.
Now, Bogey teased this yesterday or earlier today. I can't remember when it was, but Rashad White. So the quote unquote, like the way they explain this, he buckled and fell without contact and came up limping.
But he walked off on his own strength.
Yeah. So this is, we just don't know what's going to come from the Bucs. Like, I'm just so out on like the Buccaneers offense, and a lot of it has to do with the shitty QB situation, because they're legit in a QB competition over there with Trash and Baker. Like, it's ugly.
Baker win that thing, but yeah, it's not going to be pretty.
Oh, who's the anonymous gifter over there on Twitch, gifting a community sub over there? I want to make sure I get you guys marked down. So whoever gifted the sub, at least let me know so I can mark you down. And Devo said, oh, shit, that was me.
Yeah, you got here.
Oh. And that is one thing that's cool about Twitch as well. Whether you are an Android person or an iPhone person, you can gift memberships on Twitch, and then you get the credit as far as getting those extra entries. Let's go.
We got some Hall of Fame jersey giveaways, bro.
Oh, yeah, get ready, because we got the LT signed jersey.
What?
We got the Justin Jefferson signed jersey.
What?
We got the Joe Montana green for the money, gold for the honey, Notre Dame colorway signed jersey.
What?
There we go. And it's going down August 20th. Next Sunday is when we're going to do it. So now is the time, literally less than a week away. You better add up. Better get in on some extra entries.
What?
Yeah, Emil's with me. I don't know how you feel about
Emil, we shall appeal.
Fading the Bucs offense, he says.
I'll take Godwin.
He's the only one that I somewhat feel safe about because of his PPR work.
You want to know something? You want to get really ugly?
No.
Caden Otten. I just said I was going to do it. I just asked if you wanted to get really ugly.
Because it's Cade Otton's hella free. Like, he's the one where, like, Emil said Keyshawn Vaughn to the.
Hey, I think I put a claim on him somewhere. I was hella mad that hella people had him because everywhere I used to have him everywhere.
Nobody dropped him, is what
I did though, and everyone swooped him like over the last year or two. I had him everywhere. He was just like, you know what I mean?
It's all bad. It's all bad for Keyshawn. And okay, so Jalen Waddle, it was he had some kind of injury to his midsection to the core, is what they said. They said no long-term concern for him as well. We just needed that kind of confirmation. What was that, last Friday or something like that?
Yeah, it does suck because everyone's getting nicked up and banged up, or you could tell that with all the soft tissue injuries that those players weren't conditioning like they probably should have in the offseason. But then again, this is just how it is every year, and you just hope that your guys ain't the ones that get got.
Yep, that is for sure.
Or you could like benefit from it, like Devontae Adams. He's falling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At one point, he starts falling where you're like, hell yeah, Devontae Adams. You know what I mean?
And let me see. We got for the Eagles, for those damn Eagles. We got, so apparently Jalen Carter's been so much of a beast, is like the guards, they're like game planning, like they're coming up with specific schemes to game plan against him. This is a little scary because like now they're really having to account for like legit interior rushers, exterior rushers on the defensive line. This is only going to help their line.
Yeah, and I mean, they need they got a lot of tight coverage last year. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really have to have the super standout pass rushers. They just need to have a fresh guy that they're rotating in and out. And now if you're collapsing that interior line, like that's, or you have to double team a guy crashing that middle, that's crazy.
Yeah. And Meal said helps their linebackers too, for sure. In fantasy as well. It really does, because you're gonna have to account for a guy like this, throw the double teams on him, running back usually up the middle on something like that, and then who's it gonna go to? Right there to Nakobe Dean for the tackle. Yeah. That's what we want. And Stetson Bennett.
He tore it up. He's slinging it.
Yeah, but it's really not Stafford taking him under his wing. Like that's more of like the actual news. And
they got the same haircut. Did you see that?
It's ugly, man. It's
ugly. No. They went to the barber at the same time. Give me the Stafford.
Zach Ertz, he's been cleared for contact finally. And I know that what's his name? I swear they said McBride got a little dinged up or something as well. One out, one in.
Good old Ertzy.
Elijah Moore got hurt, a rib apparently, so that always sucks. Like with that, just limits the contact, limits a little bit of the work. But they say they're going to use him in a variety of roles. We like to hear it, and I don't think we had the little stints with him, but last year
they just weren't giving him this. They weren't giving him any looks. Like he was playing a decent amount of snaps, but then there was even the games that he was like playing 20% of the snaps. It was
no target percentage.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they were really dicking him. I mean, they were trying to move him in that Tyreek Hill. They were trying to get Tyreek Hill and send Elijah Moore plus some picks. The Chiefs weren't going for that. And then they eventually make the trade with the Dolphins, and then Elijah Moore gets dealt this year to the Browns.
Robert in the house said, "What's good, big homies? Another year, another chip. Let's get it. Shout out to the 420 crew. Let's go.
Let's go."
And we're working on getting everybody over to Twitch as well. So everyone on YouTube, do me a favor, go follow on Twitch through the link in there right now. YouTube's kind of hating on us, so we're migrating people towards Twitch. And let's see what else we got on the docket.
It's a pilgrimage.
We got let's see, Devontae Adams. So he's still just getting in kind of limited. And said it. Josh McDaniel said this is not believed to be crazy serious, quote unquote.
Just a little serious?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That just lets us to believe it's somewhat serious, but not like crazy, like he's going to miss the entire season serious.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
Yeah. Kendre Miller, we talked about it earlier today. He's going to miss a couple weeks. He might even be back for the season for all we know, because the season still starts in a couple weeks.
I feel like we're going to hear this about him all year.
We literally have been ever since.
Yeah.
In the combine shit, because he's not really doing stuff out there. So it's like you hear about it then you hear about it in OTAs. We're hearing about it in preseason. And then he gets hurt in the first preseason game, re-aggravates it. Not good for
somebody. They're bringing in somebody for a visit. The Saints. I forget what running back. It might be on the end of the docket here.
Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Who else we got over here? Jacob Phillips, torn pec, out for the year, linebacker for the Browns. So I guess this kind of raises Taki.
Wasn't Taki already one of the starters?
No.
Yeah, I think he was like the wheel or something like that. And I think Jacob Phillips was the Sam, or I might have them switch. I might have them flip-flop. Do you know what I mean?
So let me see. Let's see where they actually have him on the Browns depth chart, because I guess on ESPN it's that way, but that's still can't really trust any of the ESPNs or anything when they're just making guesses.
Sometimes sleeper too. Sometimes they be like, pun intended, sleeping on certain things. Like they just won't switch a guy or.
Yeah, and I guess yeah, they do have Taki at the Sam right now.
Okay, he's at the Sam. So I knew I was wrong, but I might have a flip flop. Yeah.
And I guess really what it was is maybe it was just because he wasn't starting last year. That's for sure. Like it took injuries for him to get in there and play. Maybe that's what it was. His play last year that maybe we're going to warrant him getting a starting job.
Yeah, and now that's going to be an interesting spot now because like even Anthony Walker, like he's coming off the ACL. Now Phillips is out. Say Tony Fields.
So Crispy, now that you linked Amazon to Twitch, go to Twitch and hit the sub button, and then there should be a little button on there where you click to activate the Amazon Prime subscription. Should be somewhere towards the bottom, and then you hit subscribe, and then you're in there like swimwear.
This dude that the Terminex dude, there's two different kinds. There's one that do the spray that the barriers, and then there's one that's specifically for like wasps and like mosquitoes and shit.
Yeah.
And the last time the guy was here, he's like, I think there might be a wasp nest building under your tiles and your little overhang thing in our backyard.
Damn it.
So he sprayed it, but he's like, I'll come back and check on it. And the dude pulled up.
Nice.
He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, go ahead and check it out. He's like, yeah, I sprayed it again. I was like, all right, cool, bonus. You know what I mean?
I guess that's one thing that's cool about Vegas. There's not really, you got to be like a reptile, like legit. I mean, there's lizards and shit I see running all over our walls.
Scorpions, maybe.
So I have seen some tiny scorpions for sure. One of them is so tiny that I didn't even want to kill it. Like I was like, all right, we'll just let it.
I would have crunched the fuck out of that fucker.
Push it over this way. But like legit, when we first moved in, there was a little tiny ass little baby scorpion that was like in one of the closets like that we have. It was crazy, but yeah, we got it out of there.
I would have crushed him and left him dead right there. Tell your friends about me.
And Emil said, isn't Vegas a desert? For sure. Exactly. So that's why we don't got a bunch of bugs like mosquitoes and shit like that.
They got to be like near water.
There's no water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one thing that is nice. And then when I go back to California, whenever, I always get fucking destroyed by these mosquitoes. Like, oh, he hasn't been touched in months.
They can smell you from a mile away. Yeah, man, juicy.
And Tino said, what the fuck? There's scorpions in Vegas? Anywhere where it's a desert, there's like scorpions around, but it's not like there's like a clan of them. Since I've been here, we found the one little tiny one, like when we like just moved in pretty much. And then I saw one other tiny ass little one. But it's just, it's so hot outside. Like they're all dying this time.
Okay. Little scorpion versus the praying mantis. Who wins?
Wait, say it again.
Little scorpion versus the praying mantis.
Got to be the praying mantis.
Okay, I'm with you.
Because the praying mantis knows all kinds of karate styles.
Yeah, he knows all kinds. Yeah, I was about to say he knows Tai Chi and shit. Like Wang Sheng and fucking judo.
See, Dennis said the mantis. Emil said the scorpion. See, because
okay.
if for any of us who've seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, we see how dangerous those scorpions can be. Remember that?
I'm pretty sure we can find something on YouTube. The mantis versus the scorpion.
And Tino said crab versus scorpion. Ooh. It's got to be the crab, right? Because like
crab got all this kind of armor. You know what I mean?
You got to like really stab the crab in the right spot. Like you really
got to get the crab out of water and get him out of his element.
And Emil said scorpions are lethal, bro. I know. But a praying mantis, though, like they're lethal as well.
Man, a praying mantis is like 300 years old, but he just been in there just in touch with his chi.
Might even hit him with a Jedi mind trick or something. You know?
Motherfucker just move things with his mind.
All right, let's see. Back to the news. Let's see. Is there even any more news that we covered? Almost everything.
I know there was a Saints brought in somebody where I'm like, damn, they need to bring somebody in. They brought in some running back. I forget who it was.
Shit. So Jadeveon Clowney. He was one of the people just going on visits, but I guess he just met with the Jaguars, and then we heard about him visiting with the Ravens last week as well. So that's the one thing that if I was like Jadeveon
with the Ravens is fine with him.
I would just try to get to anywhere where obviously you're going to be a starter. He's not going to be a backup, but a place where you got a solid run team, a team that's usually winning, so you could be rushing the quarterback like crazy, actually get some shot at some stats. And then, of course, like I would be going to the team like that I have to play like the least amount in the preseason. Because like when you're old as fuck like that, like you don't want to go out there messing around.
You'll have Ua or whatever it's Oa.
Adafi Ua.
Adafa Ua, right? Yeah. Then Clowney, and then Queen and Roquan, and that shit's nasty.
Yeah, and I totally forgot. Yeah. Tino, he said, did you cover the Cowboys line? Is now complete. It is not as far from complete, but they finally did agree to terms with Martin. That was like the biggest piece that was like holding him back or them back as well. So he gets more than 18 mil overall through his contract, and it's a raise of 8 mil is what he got when it was all said and done.
You say, Zach Martin, you want this money? I want you to move this truck. Move this semi truck.
You can do it.
I'm gonna drive this semi truck 5 miles an hour at you. He stopped the truck, bro.
And for the Ravens, Huntley is already hurt. I believe they said it was a hamstring like injury with him.
Anthony Walker, something Anthony. They have another guy there.
Yeah, let's see.
He actually almost started the playoff, or he started the playoff game last year. Oh no, it was Huntley.
No, that was Huntley.
It was Huntley.
No, they got Josh Johnson and Anthony Brown. Those are the two.
Okay, Anthony Brown. That's who it was. That's the other guy. And they brought in good old Josh. He just doesn't quit, huh?
You know what they're gonna do? I'm telling you, man. There's only one like real suitor for Lance, and it's the Ravens. You got to get someone solid to back up Lamar. And I'm not saying Lance is solid, but at least like similar like style.
I don't know. They paid like a guapa. I mean, they would get Lance for 2 years. You know what I mean? I guess that's the only allure, right? Is
rocking Josh Johnson, who like wasn't even playing until midway, whenever the 49ers signed
Josh Johnson. They're like, Josh, when you were there, what was Lance like? And he was whack, bro.
And Derek said he's better than Lance, just saying. But if his hamstring is fucked up and he's going to be dealing with soft tissue injuries, like, is he better? I don't know. I don't think so. Huntley always gets hurt, too. It's funny because if we put up a poll of Huntley versus Lance, like, you remember all the people were like, why the fuck are you going to pay Lamar? Just let Huntley just take over. Look at the game that he did so good in. There'd probably be a bunch of people who'd be with you on that Huntley side, Derek. It's the offense. That's what it is. It's like tailor-made for that style of quarterback.
It was. Let's see. I mean, I guess this offense is going to – they do have a mobile QB playbook because, like, back in Georgia, Stetson ran around.
Yeah. But it should be more passing than we are used to from them. And fingers crossed.
Yeah, and they got the weaponry for it, too, so.
Fingers crossed.
Rashad Bateman's someone I'll never have, but him being
hold
there.
on.
Okay.
Breaking news. Okay, well, actually, I don't know who this is. Tom Pelestri. They said the Patriots are expected to sign Zeke 1-year deal worth up to $6 million after his
It's crazy, bro. Fucking.
hold on, real quick. But we also heard Kareem Hunt was expected to sign with the Saints and all this shit. So this could be someone trying.
$6 million sound about right though,
because that's what these guys are worth. And see, Tino, expected. We don't fall for the expected anymore. We talked about this with the Kareem Hunt, and
I don't want this to happen, Stevenson.
All this means is Pierre Strong just isn't the guy. Like that's all.
Yeah, that is true. Because if you're going a third down pass pro situation, like Zeke is like one of the best, and then in the game, so is Jamal Williams. That's why guys like Jamal Williams.
69 receptions for Ramondre.
69 dudes.
51 of them. Yeah, 51 of them on first or second down.
Yeah, so that's really what it's all about.
Yeah, you're right. You made me feel better. Bring in Zeke.
We're not worried. Like, if anything, Zeke helps Mac Jones being protected a little bit more and hurts Pierre Strong. So, like, if Zeke does go there, all my Pierre Strongs in best ball are probably out the window because he's not going to get too much work, if any.
If they're playing from behind, hurry up situations, that'll definitely be Pierre Strong. 2 minutes, 4 minute drills, shit like that. 2 minute drill more so. 4 minutes like you're winning.
And see, Tino said it, clickbait season. You know what's funny? This clickbait even reaches guys like the fantasy footballers, because I saw this clip right after they said that Kareem Hunt was expected to get signed to the Saints. They went out and said that he was already signed by the Saints.
Liars!
Because they got people just giving him shit in their ear versus like them actually doing any research themselves anymore. See, that's that I feel right there is like the biggest problem is when you hit this certain status of like just anything in the news business at all or media or whatever. When you got people feeding you all the info, which like, yeah, we got a guy who feeds us a bunch of the info, but we're still got our boots on the ground paying attention to all this shit that's coming in every second of the day. Lee's just nice enough to condense it and put it all right in the same spot for us. So we appreciate you, Lee. You the man. And Antonio said that's why I wrote expected. I'm hoping he doesn't. For sure. That's what we are hoping. I just don't like it. Anything else would be good. And it does not hurt Stevenson at all. $6 million is nothing. And they said a deal worth up to $6 million. Let's see what his guarantee actually.
They tried to bring in. They brought in James Robinson, cut him before we even got to mini camps and training camps. They brought in Leonard Fournette, didn't sign him. There was rumor they were going to take a look at Kareem Hunt, never brought him in. They brought in Cook, nothing happened there. And Zeke, they already had brought him in, so that's why I think there's some validity here because they had already brought him in. You know what I'm saying? So this is them. Maybe this is them working a deal out finally. You know what I mean?
And I wonder, like, I know Zeke's never really been like a problem, like guy necessarily. But I mean, the times of going to Mexico and being in the dispensary and just different shit like that, being somewhat vocal-ish, maybe not super over vocal, but is he going to be able to be okay in that Bill Belichick role? Like in that system.
It's hard not to believe it because they've put all the craziest guys in check. You know what I'm saying? Randy Moss. Look at how he was behaving with the Raiders. They brought him over then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Randy Moss was like a kid trying to get kicked out of school at that point.
Yeah, that's a good point. And he was just grateful. But also, even just like, for example,
Emil said Aaron Hernandez. Maybe not the best example, but yeah. He was.
They actually did a poor job at keeping him in check. He killed people.
Like that. The one thing that sucked about that whole situation is he wanted to be traded. Like he wanted to get the fuck out of New England.
He grew up in that area.
Yeah.
Then he goes to college in Miami or in Florida. And then comes back, gets drafted to New England, so he's basically home.
Right in the hood, man. Like he was one of those guys who knows how, and we don't even got to go down this whole rabbit hole, but that was the worst thing for him was being around his home and being in his hometown.
And having money.
Yeah, For sure. Start acting. He was acting hella foolish way before he even had the money too. Showing the fucking doing the guns, like showing that all over Instagram and all that kind of shit. All right, and let's see, and I think that might be, yeah, that is it for the news. So we're gonna keep this one a short and sweet one today.
It's hella funny. My son's going through this phase where, like, he'd be like, "I want some milk. I want some milk."
Yeah.
Right. So I walk in there. I can see he's doing it to my girl. Milk. I went in there. I'm like, beer.
Weed. It's so funny because Noble last year he was Batman for Halloween.
Oh, right? So he was doing the voice all the time.
Yeah, I was like, God, if they cannot hear your voice, bro, like you cannot reveal your
trick or treat.
And he started doing that. It was so funny. Every time, and like the people who heard him, like they just started laughing. Here's an extra one, kid. That was a good.
Yeah, right. Take the whole bag, man.
That's one thing that is cool about like the spot where we're at. It's so low key that like
you
literally
in the neighborhood,
except for the white people, man. Like I don't get what it is. There's this one. Oh, you can only have one. I was like, man, just leave both of them. We don't even want it. And then we go over and there's like just around the corners. There's this old school pimp, and he's like, grab as many handfuls as you can. Take it off.
Decision.
And it was funny because oh man, Antonio said I'm in the commercials on Twitch. Yeah, so there is commercials on Twitch unless you join the 420 crew officially, and then you bypass all those commercials. So that's
if I use my girl's prime because the prime's under her thing. Is it gonna show up as her name on the thing?
No, like it would still be because it would still be your account.
Oh, I gotta make an account.
Like you just have to link the account. The account can also to one like
okay.
So yeah, whatever.
I gotta make a Twitch account. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so it would just be the TMM. It doesn't matter who's Amazon.
Okay.
So if one of your family members has an Amazon Prime account, for example,
let me get that.
Just like Bogey said, if they're not using it literally for Twitch, like you could use it for that. They wouldn't even know because it doesn't charge any money for it. There we go. And Antonio said, and I'm back. There we go. Oh, yeah. And you couldn't hear us because you were on the commercial. I was reading out what happened, where if you got to be a 420 crew member on Twitch and then you never see those commercials. But I think it's, I don't know, once every half hour, maybe once every 20 minutes or something like that. But it's legit like a commercial on a TV show. Antonio said, vodka, let's get it. What did we say? Derek said, nah, Zach Martin. So we talked about Zach Martin and how he's got that deal.
Yeah, bro. I don't know if y'all seen it, but like Jerry Jones, he puts the semi truck in neutral right at Zach Martin. He just
oh yeah.
Gave him the money.
More people to join the fast draft today. It's a 3 Ninjas fast draft, 5 p.m. West Coast time. We got to fill 8 more spots. Crispy asked earlier. He said fast draft ? Crispy, get in. We need more people. Someone just hit me up right now.
Rocky loves Emily.
Let's go. It's still one of the funniest parts on that was like after they're in the house and gets the robbers. He was like, robbers? Thought we were kidnappers. He's like, we are. And then like they find the little, that little can on the string or whatever that they supposedly.
Oh, yeah. They talk.
Yeah, come on, man. Like, first off, it's like fucking ridiculous, but that's 90s for you. And like they get on there and they're trying to disguise their voice. And they're like, come over. It's so weird, like all this high pitch. Come over to my house right away.
I'm about to kidnap the little girl. Weirdos.
Yep. And then so they held her like at gunpoint or whatever. And then but she was a badass though. Knocked the dude out.
Yeah, who gives these guys a gun?
And Tino said, brother, the cup and the string really works. Well, this one, they were like 5 houses away from each other.
They must have fed that string like they're real discreet with it. They ran it alongside people's fences and shit.
And like even his setup, it was like, you know how people have like the podcast arms like Bogey has? He had his shit straight up on one of those arms and like everything.
Pulled
like,
a cup up.
Wait,
Emily? Is that you?
What up, Dion?
Yeah, Rocky. She's all talking. She got hella morning breath. You could tell. Rocky. Damn, bitch, I can smell your morning breath. I can smell you the cup, bitch. Damn.
Yeah, Crispy, you getting in? Crispy, give me the confirmation. You in there? We need like
oh, he booked his flight?
What?
He booked his flight?
No, he's talking about he's
not.
He says his lawyer told him don't take the chance. That's a lot of back child support.
Damn it, Dan. I just wanted to have a dad.
Why don't he want me, man?
Why don't he want me, man? All right, Lou. Oh, yeah, that's how you hit him off, huh? In the end?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Lou.
You too, Lou. And he couldn't even say bye to him, remember? He was like, like trying to say something, but he got
right then and there, he was already mad about all that money he spent on that fucking statue. Fucking statue cost me my fucking life savings.
Lou was not worth that statue. That was
no.
So 7 more spots. Come on, guys. Who is gonna join? 7 more spots. Dennis said it right there. Get your ass to Vegas, Crispy. Vegas is gonna.
Goddamn right, you owe this child support, motherfucker. Show up.
Antonio was like, he just took off to go get milk, never came back.
He told me cigarettes. He wanted to get cigarettes, milk. Now he just reeks of cottage cheese and tobacco.
And Crispy and Dennis, he said, Crispy said that his boss is a dick. And then when you know that Crispy is his boss, then you know why.
I know. It's great. You know, and then it all makes sense about how I am the way I am. Get it from my dad.
Hey, that'd be a good drop.
But you know what? I learned how to ride a bike without you. I learned how to walk a tightrope without you. I joined the circus. I joined the trapeze team without you.
Yeah,
I rode a fucking unicycle without you.
And Marco said, what kind of league you still need players? So this one specifically that we're talking about right now is a $10 best ball, and it's going to be the 3 Ninjas division. We need 7 more. The other leagues that we're filling, 3 QB league where you start 2 QBs, 1 super flex. We got a handful of spots there. Offense only. We got a vampire league, handful of spots there. Offense only. Vampire does not draft. Everybody else drafts. And then the vampire's the only one who can make unlimited moves. Vampire beats anyone, they get to steal one of your starters.
Okay. Sleeper. They give us these little avatars or whatever. If we can get more creative with those, it's a vampire league, and then like our guy can just come out and attack the avatar and will like bite his neck or some shit.
That'd be hard. Cool. Like the one that I use the most, I got Guile over there. Have you ever seen the Guile? Like little.
No, I'm upset right now that I didn't know they had Street Fighter guys. They have Guile.
It's not specifically him, but the guy. Yeah. He's wearing the same clothes. He's got the fucking flat top.
He did. Blonde hair. He got the camo.
I see it, and I see Guile, even though it's not an official street.
Okay, yeah, it's Guile. It's Van Damme.
Because see, for the longest time, is what it was. Is like you had to get those cookies or whatever. And like, then you get those cookies, and then you can use them on these avatars. You invite people. If you invited someone to Sleeper, and they joined for the very first time, like Sleeper, you got, I don't know, 20 or 30 cookies or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you can use those cookies on the different avatars that they have.
I always just use the owl.
Yeah, I have. Let me see.
Because I'm wise. And I'm up all night.
And said before you get off, pause.
No, I good. I always tell myself a hard out. I got to 210.
And he said, I can't believe they did. Kanan like that. Yeah, for sure.
They did. I'm like, oh, what? Oh,
yeah. Power.
And this is the throwback now, right? This is the canon story.
Yeah. No.
He watching Power. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're greasy, bro. See, this is funny because like a Walter White, like Jamie, Ghost, whatever you want to call him.
Oh, you know what? Really quick. There's no more avatars.
For real?
With the new update, they got rid of the avatars.
Damn, motherfuckers didn't like that shit. Boring.
No, but I think for real, like I think so many people were so weirded out by that. I asked people like, "What's the reason you hate Sleeper?" And they're like, "I don't need to see no stupid like fake fight like at the top of my matchup. Like I gotta scroll down to like even see my matchup." Like it's a weird thing that like pissed people off, but
they probably they're getting their ass whooped.
Dion said, "Yeah, no one wants to see their ass get whooped in cartoon form and in the numbers on the top."
Got your opponent talking shit in the chat. Yeah, motherfucker.
See, it would be tight when like I have Guile and shit, and then he hits him with a big ass kick right when a touchdown gets scored.
A flash kick, I like it.
And Dion said Zeke to the Pats. He's expected to go there, and yes, we're still high on Ramondre. Zeke ain't gonna be shit over there, except third down back here and there, pass pro guy. Ramondre, 51.
Might be a red zone guy too. If I can get Ramondre between the 20s, give me in between the 20s, I'm okay. Because I could see that too. Where Zeke becomes the red zone guy.
And Dennis said, I thought the Avatar fights on Sleeper are super cool as shit. Yeah, see, and I didn't mind them. I guess I didn't, other than picking my character, I didn't care too much about it. But
yeah, couldn't you like do things like go ahead and kick that dude too?
Yeah, it's not like you actually doing it. It's like when points would get scored.
No, I know. There wasn't a way like you could nudge your guy too. No, okay.
All right. So Crispy says he's in.
Going to Vegas. Yes.
Marco said, if I want to join the Three Ninjas League, how do we do that? And where do you draft? What kind of draft is it? So it's on Sleeper. So you got to download the Sleeper app on your phone. You want to message me directly on Facebook, and I'll literally just send you the link to get in. You would pay. I would send you an invoice to where you pay, and with a card, or there's multiple ways that you can pay. Since you're out of the country, though, everyone out of the country, I just send you an invoice. And then, and then the draft would start at 5 West Coast time. So I guess that's the part that might be the worst for you, because I'm not sure what time that would be for you necessarily. That's
8 hours. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. It'd be 1 in the morning, I think, fam.
Yeah, something like that. So
1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning.
We're more than likely going to be live for that.
4 in the morning. Because is he 6 or 8 hours ahead of?
I can't remember.
East Coast time? Yeah. Hold on, let's see. What time is it in Germany?
In Berlin, Germany, it is 11 p.m.
Okay, so
9 hours ahead of us.
9 hours ahead. Okay,
so that would be.
So it would be 5 in the morning.
Yeah, so it'd be 2 o'clock.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2 in the morning.
Yeah. So if you could swing it, Marco, if you're going to be up at 2 in the morning.
Hey, Marco's at the smorgasbord right now, huh? It's 11. It's popping Monday.
Marty said Micah Walker to the Bears. You know who this is bad for? Jack Sanborn.
Yeah, poor guy. But you know what, though? I still think they do Sanborn enough that because that's their guy that this regime drafted. I think Michael Walker is more depth at first. You know what I mean?
Even Sanborn's depth at this point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I know he will. He probably will on 3 linebackers.
On the Sam,
he'll be in there. But like they don't run a lot of 3 linebacker sets.
Yeah,
so what his percentage
really
is
the business. Yeah, they like fucking with a nickel over there.
Oh shit! Thanks, Dion. I'm gonna make my pick. Oh shit! Apparently, I'm on the clock in a couple leagues right now. Let's get it.
Do it.
And then we're gonna get out of here in a second. And actually, you know what? Yeah, let's just go ahead and get out of here right now. We'll be back in a couple hours. I'm gonna be posting about the fast draft. We gotta get 12 people in there. So come on, just if you want to get in there, let me know ASAP. Shoot me a message on Facebook, on Patreon, Twitter, Twitch, whatever. I don't think you can on Twitch, but everywhere. Send me a message. $10 get you in. 10 offense, 5 defense, 15 bench spots. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. 3 ninjas. It's going down tonight. Bogey, any parting words?
That cup string thing is legit, bro.
Let's set one up and try it. 420.
Right? Okay. There it is.
Tino, you better come prepared with all that stuff. You got
bring the longest string you could find, Tino.
Hey, Too High Magic, what up? We're getting out of here, Magic Man, but we'll be back. We need more people. Magic Man's actually in the draft tonight. We're trying to get 7 more people. We need 7 more people.
And I guess it works on the reverberation, right? Of the vocal.
Yeah.
Right. The reverberation travels along the string. So you can't really have that string along anything. It has to be an untouched string, or some of that reverberation is going to get lost. Why do you think you have sound pads and stuff like that? Surfaces take sound or they bounce it. You know what I mean?
I'll let you answer this before.
Okay.
This is super funny. PB and Waivers says Lance over Darnold. I'm sorry, Bogey.
That's how it's going to be. Like, you know why, too? You can't be like, okay, he's the third. How are you going to trade him? You know what I'm saying?
Donald says,
don't apologize to me. Apologize to the Niner Nation.
Oh, wait. He said, oh, no, fuck. He said, I'm high. That's backwards. So he meant to say Darnold over.
I don't know. I got to see that first.
Darnold didn't look good. One thing that sucked.
And then he was playing against the backups. You know what I mean?
One thing that sucked is it wasn't all of Darnold's fault why he didn't look that good. Like, I swear, there's no wide receiver on the night.
It's not like he had Smelly Dwelly or anything like that.
It is trash past Ayuk and Debo. Like, all these guys, I think it was either Darnold or Allen, whoever. One of them, the interception came, hits dude right in the chest. Guy tries to close his hands in it, but then he bobbles it and then goes right. Whatever Raiders guy.
We're really trying to master this ricochet move. I mean, Lance scored a touchdown. I think ricocheted right off the defender's hands.
Man,
that's amazing.
Perfect.
Perfect ricochet throw.
Picture perfect execution. Like, I can't even hate on it. Like, how can you hate on it?
Bro, it was a bang shot.
All right. We'll see you guys in a couple hours, assuming there is the fast draft tonight. Peace out.
Peace. You ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
You put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Yeah. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Yeah. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah. VIP me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. It's all a hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money.
Hold out here for a pill. When he tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me. No, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Money! Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.